found myself around 1-2 a.m. in the forest.
Hi guys, today I have a guest. My guest is going to tell us more on how he was robbed and drugged at CBD, and also we would also like to know how to take precaution when you are at CBD. Welcome so much. Kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much, Daisy. I'm really honored to be in this interview. It's nice having you around. You always bring some smiles to my face. Yeah, so my name is Simon Wambia. Yeah, I'm a Christian who is born again. I studied at Kibit. I did civil engineering. That is a diploma. Yeah, currently I'm working with a private organization around Karen. We are doing tests on materials, building materials, and anything that is around construction. We are testing. We are also doing consultancy jobs, inspectorate works, different sites. Yeah, so that's me basically. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So tell us more about the civil engineering. Were there some ladies there?
Yeah, it's amongst the toughest courses around. I remember when we enrolled, we are over 150 in our class. But by the time we were getting into our second year, we were less than 8. By the time we were clearing, I think we were around 50 to 60 there. But of course, we had some few ladies who were committed and were passionate about the course, and they successfully didn't pass the exams.
Tell them that Tracy D is here.
I will link you with
so that they also encourage other ladies outside there who want to pursue civil engineering.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Okay, now take us to the road. Tell us what happened. How are you robbed?
Yeah. These are, of course, this is one of the stories that I rarely share. But when I share it, at least it gets out of me and it gives me some relief. Yeah, this happened in 2018. I remember I was in my last semester. By then I was serving as the vice chairperson of the youth department. So in our church we normally have something called Youth Week.
Okay.
So Youth Week is where the youths are ministering from Monday to Sunday. So any activity that is around the church during the week, the youths are the people ministering. Even the main service on the Sunday, the youths are the one ministering, doing their preaching and doing everything in that service. So I was tasked to go and buy some ties for
the occasion.
Yeah, for the occasion for that Sunday. So on a Saturday, I had collected some cash, so I was going to Kamkunji just to look for some ties. I think they were yellow ties to buy so that we'll be a uniform during the service. Yeah, so as usual, I left home at around 3 there to town. I went to Kamkunji. I walked in those shops. I couldn't find
specific type.
The color. Okay, it was the tie. So we wanted the slim tie, the yellow one.
Okay.
So I couldn't find that. I could find one, but see, we collected money for wholesale. So we knew if we get someone who has selling in wholesale, they will be cheaper. So I couldn't get yellow ties, the slim yellow ties. But if you get one, it will be expensive.
Yeah.
So I walked along Kamkunji, those shops I didn't find. So I decided to go to the streets uptown. So
streets of Nairobi.
Yes. Yeah. So because I didn't find them in Kamkunji, I knew I will find them at the street. I also walked along the street, but finally along my avenue, I got a shop. I got into a shop and I found the ties. So I remember I had cash like it was around 3,000. I was only going to buy those ties, so I only had cash for those ties. So I remember I just went to the shop. I bought the ties, and they were packed very well in an envelope, and I paid. So after I've paid, and now I was leaving the shop. I think the only thing I can remember is when I was given my balance and pocketed them.
Was there anyone around you?
Yeah, of course.
Several people.
Yeah, there are
people. It is a big shop. Huh?
Yeah, it's a big shop, and you know Nairobi people are busy, and especially on a Saturday, that's when people are shopping. People were many in that shop, so it was a big shop. So I can only recall I was given my balance and I pocketed. left. I don't know what happened. Immediately I left that shop.
Did someone call you?
No.
Did someone talk to you?
No one. In
What
fact,
about
I
the
only.
person who gave you back your change?
Those are the people I interacted with. Where I went and chose the ties I wanted, and where I paid. Then after the services, I left the shop. Just peaceful. So immediately I stepped outside that shop.
You can't remember.
I can't remember anything that happened to me. By the time I was getting into this shop, it was around 5:36.
5:30 p.m.
Yeah, 5:30 p.m. 6. And then now I did my purchases, and then let me say by around 6:30 I was done. So between 6:30, let me use that, between 6:30 p.m. I don't know what happened to me up to around 2 in the morning, 2 in the morning. That's the following day.
Tell us now, what happened?
I don't know, but this experience, it's only real when someone is sharing, because you can't know what happened. So you can get it very well. You can even picture what happened. Basically what happened to me, I was dragged. So I don't know how I was dragged. I don't know who dragged me, and I don't know how. So
was there someone at your back when you were buying?
Of course, if you walk along the streets of Nairobi, even if you get in any of the shops in Nairobi, you will find different clients there. You'll find people there who are coming just to do their businesses.
Was there anyone strange that you saw?
Yeah, I knew no one there. But a face that could scare.
Yes.
And
or someone who was you could look
suspicious.
suspiciously.
You know, as a man, you also man up. When you get somewhere you want to, you don't express that face.
Fear,
So you just be bold and just do whatever you want. So I only got into the shop and did my business there, and then after that I left. So even if there were some strange people around me, I didn't
recognize that.
I didn't recognize.
Because you didn't have that in
mind. And I couldn't imagine something like that can happen. No. So after the shop, I found myself around 1-2 a.m. in a forest. So I wake up. I think I woke up a little bit earlier, but when my conscience came back, I thought I was in my normal bed. Then, wait, I was like, where am I? This is a forest. So I looked around and you just see trees, bush. It was just a strange place for me.
So that is almost 6 hours of sleeping.
In fact, it's more than 6 hours because it's in the morning. It's 1 to there. So it's like 6 to 7
How did you get to know the time? Did you have your phone?
No, let me just go slowly.
Okay.
We will get there.
Okay.
So after I've realized that I wasn't in my bed, then I started recalling where was I last. Who might have brought me here? What happened? So then I recalled I was in town. So when I recalled I was in town, then I realized that there must be something that happened to me. So I started looking at myself. I found myself, I was only having my vest and my trouser. I didn't have my shoes, I didn't have my watch, I didn't have my wallet, I didn't have my phone, I didn't have money, I didn't have the ties that I bought. So when I realized that this must be something that people did to me, then I started thinking of an action point. What do I do? I don't know where I am. I don't know who brought me here, and I'm in a strange place. Of course, I really trembled a lot, asking myself what has happened. Just to have the picture of what might have happened, I really thought of so many things. So eventually I realized that I was dragged, and some people brought me to that forest. So I started thinking of a solution. What can I do? So of course the forest was very quiet. It was very quiet. I couldn't see anything. It's just tree. When you look up, you just see trees. When you look sideways, you just see trees, and it's very dark. So I decided that I need to walk out of this place. One, it's not safe for me, and I also didn't know if the people who brought me there were still around. You see, so there was a lot of tension even as I was thinking of the next move. So fortunately, I had some hootings of motorbike, and I said I want to move out of this place. So I started looking for a way out, and then I found some way out, some pathway. I followed along the forest. Then I found the main road from the forest. So I decided I will just go through that road until I will get to reach maybe some people. By then I didn't know it was what time. I was just getting myself outside that condition, and of course I was afraid. I had a lot of pressure, tension, something like that. I wasn't comfortable, but I just want to find myself outside that place. So I walked for some I think like a kilometer, like something like that. Then I reached the main road. So by the time I was out of the forest, I realized that I wasn't even familiar with the place. I didn't know where was that place. So, and again, when I was walking along, something just clicked in my mind that I look for a police station. And I go and report. And they are the best people who could help me by then. So as I was walking out of the forest, I was also looking if I can get any nearby police station. So when I reached the main road, so I started walking, I didn't know whether to go left or right, but I decided let me go right. So when I took the right path, somebody came with a motorbike, and then I stopped him. Of course, he was scared. How I was looking, I was like, has someone chased me from the house? And of course,
You say that
I was only having my vest, trouser. I didn't have shoes.
Okay.
I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything on my hands.
That must be very scary.
Yeah. So if you look at someone like that, you can't know what this person is doing. So I stopped the person with the motorbike, and he stood at a distance and asked me what I wanted. So I just asked him, kindly direct me to a nearby police station. Then he told me, just walk along this road, you will find a police station after some few kilometers. So I decided to walk. I walked for some minutes, and then I found a police station. By then there was no one along the road. You couldn't see even, you see, by then there was no COVID, so even bars were operating.
So the issue of curfew was not there?
Yeah, the issue of curfew was not there. People could walk.
Which year was this?
2018.
Okay.
So I was not seeing anyone. There was no sound, maybe a bar somewhere, people are still partying. There was nothing like that. The environment was just quiet. And I also didn't meet any vehicle except that motorbike. So when I reached at the gate of that police station, the police who were on patrol also, we arrived at the same time. So by the time I was getting at the gate, they were also getting in. Of course, with some people whom they have collected along the way. So I just decided to get in, and then I found the police who are on duty seated somewhere. So I decided that I will not go where the Land Cruiser has gone. I will go to the gentlemen who are seated somewhere there and just talk to them. So when I went there, I told them I need some assistance. I found myself in this area. I found myself, I showed them that forest. So I told them I need some help. Oh no, they asked me, how can we help you? I told them I just want you to call one of my relatives to come for me. I just found myself in one of the forests around this place, and someone has directed me to this police station. So they thought I was drunk. So they told me, get into the cell, you will get someone, he will write, I don't know if it's an OB or what. You will write a statement there, and then the person will help you. So when I went into the cell, that's when the people who were brought with the Land Cruiser were being taken in. So I stood aside, and then the police who came with these guys cleared with these guys, then I entered. So I just went to that police officer and told him that I've been sent with your colleagues so that you help me. Then he asked me, are you drunk? Are you drunkard? Then I said, no, I'm not drunk. What do you want? Then I said what happened to me, and then he told me, yeah, sit there first. So he wasn't caring, he wasn't concerned about just taking care of me and sorting me out. So I went back and asked him, sir, I want you to help me. I don't know how I found myself in this place. I'm really scared, even in my heart. I'm not settled. Please help me. Reach out to my brother so that he can come for me. He refused. So I went back to the guys who were outside. Then I told them the guy he's not giving me any attention. He's just telling me I'm trapped. So the guys asked me what happened. Then I told them. They told me, you know, that forest, we normally go and collect heads of people and bodies which are dumped there. So you are very lucky if something like that has happened to you. So one of them took me to the guy and told him, can you help this boy? So the policeman started interrogating me. Now the one who was on duty. So he was asking me, what did you do last? Where were you? Who are you with? Who came across you? What can you remember doing? So I explained to him bit by bit. And then he told me, you must have been dragged to that place, and you are very lucky you are alive. So by that time, that's when I knew it was 2 a.m. That is when I knew it was 2 a.m. because they helped me to know what was the time by then. So he asked me if I can recall any number so that they called. Of course, my phone was also off. I could recall my number, it was off. So I gave them my brother's number. By then I was staying with my brother. So I gave them the number of my brother. Fortunately, that night, I don't know where my brother was, but he was somewhere with another brother, and they had not slept. No. So when they called, I can remember they really struggled to know the location of the police station. So this police officer was telling them, come to this police station at such a place, and they were like, we don't know that place. They were totally unaware of that place. So the police officer told them, come Google this place, come with a map. Map will direct you. So it took them like an hour plus, and then they were there. So they found me sitting somewhere. And the first thing they did, they prayed for me, and then they took me to rest. So it was between 2 and let me say 7 in the morning was a very long night for me. Of course, I went home and just went to go and rest. So in the morning, he came to check. So as we were going home, my brother was like, "Are you comfortable? Are you okay?" And the other guy was like, "You smell funny." But they were encouraging me that we thank God you are alive. We thank God that there is nothing that has happened to you. You are very safe. So I went home. The following morning, I woke up. I was to wake up around 5 that Sunday morning so that I be in church by 6. Of course, there are some preparation that we were to do before the service. So I wake up around 7. I don't know if by that time, my brother told me that he had informed the pastor what happened to me when they were coming for me. So by the time I was waking up, of course, I know the news was already in church. So we wake up at 7, then I'm told, do you go to church? Do you feel comfortable going to church? Can we go so that pastor pray for you? And I just encourage myself, and agreed to go. So we went to church. Of course, I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't that 100%. So I just,
Mentally?
yeah, I was really disturbed a lot. So I decided, let's just go so that the church prays for me. So we went to church in the second service, and I was prayed for, and I went back home. So when I went back home, people used to encourage me, people come visit. I had not cleared my college, but for like a week I didn't go back to school.
How are you feeling exactly?
Yeah, of course, I was just, most of the time I was just alone.
Did you have some headaches?
Maybe health-wise, I think maybe the first few days I felt uncomfortable, some little headache. But of course, it wasn't much. It wasn't much.
So did you go to the hospital to be checked mentally if there was something that
I didn't go. I think after going to church for the prayers and having people around me who were encouraging me, my friends kept on coming to talk to me, just to encourage me. That one really helped me even to recover. And again, I was sitting, most of the time I used to sit alone. I just listened to music, and I found myself recovering slowly by slowly. But it affected me for some time. Yeah.
So right now, are you comfortable coming to Nairobi CBD to do some shopping and then you go back home, or do you still have that mind when you come to CBD and you think of what happened to you those days?
Yeah, I will tell you another story one day. That was the only one, but I also encountered another incident in the CBD. But to your question, nowadays I take a lot of precaution. And this one should go to anyone who is walking along the streets of Nairobi.
Just look at the camera and tell them. What should they do?
Yeah, one, Nairobi is a very busy street with so many people of different character. You don't know who you are meeting. Even ladies are very bad in that city. So one thing that I do, since there are two incidents, so since then I don't just walk along any street, along any corridor. I choose where to walk. So that's one thing that someone must know. In Nairobi, don't just walk anywhere. Don't just walk along any street. There are streets that are very bad, very, very bad. So one thing I do, I just walk in the common streets where the common mwananchi is walking. And then two, I also be aware of my environment. If I'm walking towards one direction, if I notice someone has been on my back for some time, I can change my route. If I was going towards this direction, I can turn up and go back so that I see if this person is following me again. So if you have such awareness of your environment, you can easily notice someone who has been following you closely, someone who looks strange, or someone who looks bad. You can easily notice. And then again, I also avoid walking, holding things in my hands like phone. I prefer when I'm walking within Nairobi, maybe I have a jacket, then I have my phone in the jacket. When I have my bag, I must also hold phone. So Nairobi is a very nice town, a very good town. But you must take precaution. You must know where you are going, and you avoid some streets that look dangerous, and even walking at night. Yeah. And again, me, I prefer nowadays, if I can't get someone whom I can walk along with in town, let me just use the common routes that are not will not put me to risk. Yeah.
So right now, are you able to walk into a forest alone, or you still have that fear?
I've been raised at them called shags. So in our home is at the forest. But of course, this incident puts me in a situation where if I find myself in a forest, I can easily recall what happened to me. But I can comfortably walk in the forest. I can comfortably walk alone. I don't have that feeling or that fear that another incident can happen to me. I've tried my very best to recover, to overcome this. Of course, it has taken me time, but I think I've completely recovered from it. That's why I can share.
What would you advise someone who has gone through the same? Would you advise them to go to the hospital or to find someone, maybe a psychologist who can advise them and also take them out of that trauma, or maybe going to church to be prayed for? What make you to recover immediately?
Yeah. Basically, I think different people respond differently to different things. Maybe my response was different, being that I was someone who knew God, who was born again, and I had brethren around me who could come and encourage me. That is one way that helped me to come out of this thing. And of course, I also went to church, and my pastor prayed for me, and he assured me that that was God who was with me. So to me, I took a positive lesson from it. I didn't look at the bad thing that happened, but I took something positive from what happened to me. And that was, I was alive, and there was nothing that happened to me. That was the positive lesson that helped me to overcome.
And mentally, you are okay completely? You do your work perfectly?
Yeah, I'm very much okay. In fact, every time I think about this, I think positive. I can ask myself some question. What if I found myself without one hand? And then I look at it positively and say, I thank God, I'm safe. I found myself with my two hands. You see, so that one really helped me even to overcome some mental illness. Yeah. So maybe to someone who might have gone through this, I normally tell people just pick a positive lesson out of it. Maybe God wanted to teach you something, or just find something positive out of it. Sometimes you might have gone through some heartbreaks. Maybe someone has you've lost some good things, some properties you've lost money. Can you pick something positive from that? You know, sometimes you can lose your money because you are very careless. So you can just pick a lesson. I need to be careful handling my cash. So having a positive attitude or a positive look on whatever we are going through can help you to maybe realize maybe your mistake. Like for me, maybe I can say perhaps I was carelessly handling money at that shop, and maybe someone saw me with some cash. Or perhaps I was just walking aimlessly with my phone. Maybe it was an expensive phone and someone targeted the phone. So I must also admit that you need to pick a positive lesson from that. Maybe you were the cause of what happened to you. So if you know, if you realize where you went wrong, then you pick it from there and correct it. Like for now, I can't just walk aimlessly in the street from Nairobi. That's one thing that I learned from that incident. You see, yeah. So that's it.
Okay, thank you so much. We truly appreciate. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate too.
Okay, thank you so much, Simon, coming at Tracy D to be interviewed. That is a very moving story, and it's really telling us to take precaution when we're in town.
Yeah, sure.
I truly appreciate you coming here. Thank you so much. Guys, the session is over. Kindly ensure that you put your comment there, and also if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly do. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.